afternoon, everyone. So great to see you. Happy Monday. Yes, that is a thing. We always say happy Friday, but I like to say happy Monday. Why? Well, it kind of puts me in a better mood for going to school. Well, right now, virtual school. And then also, just puts you in a better positive mind frame for getting through your day, because we always have the Monday grumblies, you know what I mean? I know I do. My alarm goes off in the morning and I'm like, I don't want to get up, right? But once you do, and if you're talking about happy Monday, if you just get up with that thought in mind, you usually have a better day, for the most part, unless something happens that just really wrecks our day, right? But for the most part, if you're ready for a happy Monday, you're going to have one most likely. All right, so today I got to hang out on a virtual Teams meeting, Microsoft Teams meeting, with a group that I'm in at school, with a few of our teachers like Mr. Flores, Miss Kelly, Miss Frampton. Let's see, who else is in that group? There's quite a few people in that group. Miss Tucker is one of them. Let me see, who else have I got? Mr. Adams is in that group, and Mrs. Jones, our VP, Vice Principal, she was in there too. So I got to and Mrs. Cepeda, of course, for 3rd grade, and Mr. Martell for 2nd grade. Hey, now I'm remembering as I keep listing them. But it was really great to see them through that meeting today. And so one of the things we were talking about was how we can talk about our emotions, especially during our staycation, our quarantine, because I think we're all having, me included, some serious emotions about it. We're worried about what's going to happen during and after, and how things are going to be like after we get back, right? And some of us are angry, some of us are sad, some of us are happy, let's be real. And that we are all handling this staycation very differently, I think. And I don't know about you, but for me, I'm having great days and I'm having some not so great days. For things that I miss our story time, I miss our sharing time, I miss people coming in during recess time. And when I'm there during the day getting all these tablets and laptops ready to distribute to my awesome pile peeps, it's just not the same. I'm in the same building, but not the same things are going on, and the same people aren't there. But luckily I have Miss Hanlon, my right-hand lady over there. But it's just really making me think, how am I dealing with my feelings through this whole thing? And so that is what inspired me, that meeting, and then, reflecting on my own emotions. Because we talked today about how you guys feel about being at school. And this is a survey that 4th through 6th graders take every year, just to let us know how they feel about being at school. It's really informative. And so because of us talking about that, and because of my reflective emotions, I decided to read one of a book from our favorite series, one of our favorite series, which started with The Bad Seed. And I do believe I read The Good Egg. No, I read The Great Eggscape. That's what I read for Easter. But this is in the same series. And this series is really cool because it talks about your emotions. Like The Bad Seed, it talks about how when you're feeling mad and angry and stressed out, and you don't always make the best decisions when you feel like that, 1. And 2, sometimes you're viewed as a bad seed. And so it's really important to look at those emotions and really see how we want to change them and how we want to deal with them, more importantly. And so part of that is the good egg, and the other one is the cool bean. And since we talked about how you guys feel about being at school and how your peers are with you and that type of thing, and how your teachers are, I figured we would do a school-based emotions book today called The Cool Bean by Jory John and Pete Oswald. So let's get started. For story time, I need watching eyes, listening ears, quiet voices. Calm bodies. Breathe in. Breathe out. Ooh, I needed that one today. And of course, no nose picking, no finger licking. We need to have clean hands to touch our books. Great job, everybody. Here we go. The cool bean. Oh, look at these are all the cool beans, right? As we get started, I know. Here we go. Watch out! Here come the cool beans. The cool beans. Oh yeah, check out how they move. Look at the way they swagger. Notice their sunglasses. Yow! The cool beans are known all over school, from house to house, across town, beyond county lines. That's how popular they are. In the olden days last year, we were all one big pot of beans. We were a mixed bag, but somehow it worked. Yep, those were the good old days. And just in case you're wondering what kind of beans they are, of course, we've got pinto, lima, kidney, and garbanzo beans. You might also know a garbanzo bean as a chickpea. Okay, they're also called that. And you can find out more information about these types of beans and other plants and that produce fruits and vegetables in the 640 section. I do believe I'm correct. Yeah, next to the recipes. So in there. All right, let's keep going. Yep, those were the good old days, and then we stopped seeing each other as much. That's just how it is sometimes. You spend less time together, even though you're not totally sure why. This is very normal, people. I know. It's weird. I watched as the beans I knew so well, the beans from my own pod, become the cool beans. Oh, they were so cool. One of them could play the guitar. Cool. One of them could draw the best superheroes. Cool. One of them could jump higher than any bean I'd ever known. Cool. Me? Well, I mostly stayed the same. Sure, I made some small changes. I wore sunglasses. Too big. I slicked back my hair. Too slick. I strutted around. Ow! I swaggered. Oof. So is it really him? Is he that kind of bean? No, not really, and that's okay. I was still picked last for everything. My clothes never seemed to fit. I snorted when I laughed. I walked into stuff. I was an uncool bean for sure. I started thinking of myself as just a common bean with no special skills. I couldn't compete, so I didn't even try. Are you like that sometimes? If you feel like you can't do something, do you just skip it completely? Yeah, that's probably pretty normal. I challenge you to challenge yourself, though, you know, because even recently, I am not a big basketball player. Shocker. I know. But even I started getting out to play basketball before our staycation happened, you know, and all the parks closed down. But yeah, challenge yourself. It's a good thing. I would never be a cool bean. And that's okay. It seemed like there were two types of beans in this world. There were the cool beans and the beans like me. Luckily for us, there's room for every kind of bean. The days all blended together. I lived my life and things were just okay. I took tests and ate lunches and mostly kept to myself. The cool beans continued being cool. I mean, sure, I missed them a bit, but it's not like I was going to say anything. I felt like all that coolness had gotten in the way of our friendship. And that's how it went until one day. I was in the cafeteria. I dropped my lunch on my loafers. A loafer is a type of shoe that's a little more fancy, a little more classy. Oh no, not again, I said. But then something sort of miraculous happened. Out of nowhere, one of the cool beans helped me clean it up. He didn't even say anything. He just gave me a nod. That was it. Later, I was out on the playground. I tripped and scraped my knee and maybe cried a little bit, and everybody saw it. Another one of the cool beans came to my side, and without a word, he dusted me off. So do they still think that he's their friend? Seems that way, doesn't it? They're doing really nice gestures for him, aren't they? But then one of the cool... Oh, whoops, I skipped a page. That afternoon, I was sitting in class. I wasn't really paying attention. I didn't notice, but our teacher had called on me. Everyone stared. I sat there in silence. Nobody said anything. And then everybody just laughed at me. That was it. After today, I was officially a has-been. Oh, how would that make you feel? Embarrassed? Sad? Maybe even a little mad? Shy? Yeah, maybe all those things. But then one of the cool beans stood up and came over to me. Everybody watched. She leaned in close and whispered, "Hey, the teacher asked you to read from page 32. Then she gave me a quick wink and went back to her seat. It was a small gesture, sure, but it was also everything. Sometimes just having the smallest shred of support makes all the difference in the world, doesn't it, friends? It does. I walked home with a goofy smile on my face. I smiled all the way through dinner. That day made all the difference. It was a day that could have been really bad, if not for the kindness of a few cool beans. It gave me a shred of confidence. That shred of confidence has continued to grow. Oh, that's beautiful. Somebody had my back, or a few somebodies, clearly. After that, I started hanging out with the cool beans again. Hey, how have you been? Get it? How have you been? Do you get it? Good. Not all the time, but sometimes at lunch, after school, and even on the weekends. Now, friends, where are they? Yeah, if you said the movies, you were totally right. Man, I miss those movies so much. Throughout all of this, I realized that it's not about how you look or any of that other silly stuff. It's about a wink or a nod or a smile at just the right moment. It's about dusting somebody off, helping them up again, and pointing them in the right direction. Need a hand? Yes, please. Now that's cool, for sure. And I do believe that is the end of today's story. Oh, so friends, even though we sometimes feel like people are more popular than we are, or that we don't have much to offer because we're not considered a cool kid, that's totally untrue. You are unique. You are special. You are one of a kind. O-O-A-K, one of a kind. You are. Just like I am, just like your teachers all are, our principals, you, our staff, your friends, your family. We are all unique creatures, people, and we all bring something different to the table. Even if we think we do the same things, we never really do, because our perspectives are all different, aren't they? And so just remember that you are important, and you are loved, and you are special, and you will carve out your own little piece of history in just the special way that you were meant to do it. All right. So with that, everybody, I will see you next time. I'm Miss Parker with Parker's House of Stories. And I will see you for the next one. Bye, everybody.